Oh,
We
oh, okay. Now we're okay.
are live.
Are we though? Are you sure
We're
we're
recording.
here? Okay. Do I sound okay? I was listening to one of our episodes, dude, and let me know.
You sound okay right now.
Okay, okay, cool, cool.
How are you listening though? Like headphones, no
I, I got
headphones?
I got my pods in.
Oh,
No spawn.
okay. You sound good. Like I know you're coming from the pods, you know?
Okay. All
So,
right. I
um
got that Zoom voice.
yeah, you got the maybe it's just normal now cuz all my meetings are virtual for work,
I
so it's
know,
like
right?
it doesn't sound any
Exactly.
different. Um
Exactly.
No, but I can definitely tell it's coming from like the AirPods. It's not like it's coming from your Mac or whatever. So,
All right.
um,
I'm not coming in as C3PO or anything. All right.
oh my gosh. Well, welcome back, crawlers. We are here.
Whoa.
This is an interesting episode. I have a lot to talk about. I don't even know if we
Why?
if we can get to it. Um, but we're doing I Care a Lot today, starring Rosamund Pike and Peter Dinklage. It's a Netflix film. Rosamund just won the Golden Globe, right?
Yeah, relevant.
So relevant. Go watch it. It's on Netflix. It's like top 10 right now. Blah blah blah. You know, it's good.
I
This
already
is
know what you're gonna
high
say.
ass spoilers. I'm trying to get through this because I feel like we have a lot to talk about. I don't know. I don't know. This is
Really? Okay.
very very spoiler review. So if you haven't seen it, guys, turn it off right now. Go watch it and then come back. It's like a 2 hour movie. It
Yep.
felt pretty good. I didn't feel like it went on forever. So you
Yeah.
might turn it on tonight or whatever and then come back. If you guys are new, welcome. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at the Film Crawl, and then if you're watching on YouTube, you can like and subscribe. Whew.
Hey. Wow, that was you got that rehearsed down pat.
No cap.
It's all ready
uh,
now. No.
all right, let's get this going, dude. This is an interesting movie. I think this is the first one that I think I'm struggling with this year so far.
Wow. Okay, like whether you like it or not?
I don't even know if it's whether I like it or not. I think it's just confusing. I think I'm obviously here at Film Crow we fucking way overthink everything. So here I am. I'm way overthinking everything. So
Or we don't
um
understand anything at all.
yeah, so it's directed by
There's no in between.
J Blakeson. I don't know if I've seen anything else he's done. Um
I
I
haven't.
think he's a screenwriter
And
on like Pitch Perfect back in 2000,
oh,
early 2000s, but I don't
never
think he's
seen.
done anything else really. So I don't know much where it's coming from,
Oh.
but let's do. Do you want to start with the likes or the dislikes?
Okay.
A lot of mine bleed, which is like, of course,
I
that
think
happens.
same because like I was yeah, I don't have like a shot that I love, really. I can't really pinpoint
Mm,
down to a
yeah,
shot. Um, I think the use of color, I guess I'll start it off with likes, maybe. I think the use of color in this movie is really interesting. And
yeah, I actually liked it.
yeah, it works really well. Like the styling on Marla's character is great. But again, overthinking it, I don't, if the colors are to mean something, I don't know what they mean, you know?
Yeah,
I
I
think we
don't.
all,
Yeah,
we're trying to find meaning in something, but like there is, I don't think there's an underlying meaning to this movie, but I don't know it. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm disagreeing with you. Mine kind of bleed. I don't hate this movie, but I did. I wasn't like, oh wow, like yeah, this is a really good movie.
yeah, I think I'm right there with you. I don't think the colors. I think that's pure stylistic choice. Um,
Yeah, I loved her outfits. They were
maybe,
awesome.
maybe it's meant to like all the colors are very saturated. Things pop. Like her suits, they pop. Like she looks
Hmm.
amazing in those suits and stuff. And her outfit, like the costume designs were awesome. Um, the shots, I think there are some good. I think there's some good cinematography in here. I think I like the montages in
Yeah.
this movie. I love the music in this movie. Um,
Yes.
could vibe to that music all day. And they
It made
aren't.
me think of Drive,
It
honestly.
did, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say that, or
Oh, okay.
something along those lines. But
Yeah.
I I don't think I don't think the music was is bad like the past Netflix movies we've done. You know, where like they just it's like a big song. This is like just
Yeah.
pure like like uh, indie synthezoid or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know.
Yeah, and it
Um,
just like it feels the anxiety behind the movie.
hmm So those I actually let me just give you the first impressions then. This is
Yeah.
I don't know why
Okay,
this
yeah.
is killing me so bad, but I came out of this movie I actually liked it. And I was like this is probably
Oh,
like one of the better movies we've watched this year. Uh,
God, that's so sad.
yeah, I know. And then I started thinking, dude, I'm like oh no. Like there's just something
Yeah.
I think I really enjoyed the first two thirds of this film, and then the
Okay.
last third I it where where it blows up and things start going crazy. I just
Yeah.
got it fell apart and I don't know where it did. Um so I guess we're just gonna start shooting the shit. First off, how
Yeah.
do you like this film with no hero? And there's clearly
Hmm.
no hero. I think in my eyes there's clearly no hero. I haven't seen many people like defending that she's a hero, but maybe if you are, comment, cuz I'd like to hear that perspective. But I think there's no hero in this film. um
Yeah. You could argue that maybe Frankie or Fran, I think her name was Fran, could be, but you would have to have some good points behind that.
yeah, it's clear though
Um,
that Rosamund is a villain
huh.
protagonist.
Yeah, honestly thought that you did you get any Gone Girl vibes at all? I thought that would throw
100%.
you off.
And
Oh, okay.
I think she plays essentially the same character almost. Like
Honestly, yeah.
it's like 80% Gone Girl her, and then they threw in this personality like on top. But
Yeah, it's like if the scenes in Gone Girl with Neil Patrick Harris when she was in his
yeah,
capture when she was kidnapped by him or whatever. It was like if it was that, but just this movie, like that personality of Gone Girl in this movie, like that's all you're seeing.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I agree.
yeah,
And
which
that
maybe that's why I don't particularly like this movie. I loved Gone Girl, and I think she's a great actress, but like maybe I'm just being too harsh, where it's like it's just so one note. Not that it was bad, but it's just like there wasn't any depth behind her except for when she was with Fran. And
right.
even then they didn't give us enough of that. They gave us a few like sex scenes, not even a few. They gave us like one
I like your ass,
and great line. You got to use that on
dude.
somebody.
Oh my
That's all
god.
we have in this
I was like,
quarantine.
why did they add?
They do that with all like did you ever see Aeon Flux or what, not Aeon Flux, but the one with Charlize Theron,
No, I don't think.
Atomic Blonde?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
That was kind of like, yeah, but like there was no, how, like partway through the movie seeing her and Fran together, I was like, oh, she's definitely just using her. But then towards the end you
Mm,
see, oh, she genuinely cares about
yeah,
her, and this is the only thing she cares about. But we didn't get enough of that to understand why or like really feel for that.
right. And I'm 100% with you. I think they could have really really capitalized on Rosamund's character if she wasn't so bleak and
Yeah.
so terrible.
Yeah.
I literally, and again, if you're still fucking listening and you haven't seen it, there's spoilers like the for sure spoilers are about to come out.
Oh yeah.
I was so happy that she died. Like
Yeah.
I was happy because I
Like
hated her,
justice. Yeah.
but I was also like, okay, I have some issues with it. And I think this movie, can we just talk about how it's listed as a comedy first off? So
Oh,
it's
not even dark comedy?
no, it's just comedy. So I
Huh.
think this comedy mystery thriller is like the legit genre
Hmm.
that it's listed under.
I don't see it at all.
I exactly. I think this movie is really bad tone issues, and I think that's
Mm.
why her character struggles. She plays,
Mm.
if it was comedic, right?
Yep.
She does maybe like one, the first scene on the court steps is pretty comedic, right? With her um talking
Uh,
about ripping the dude's dick and balls out. Like
oh, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
kind of like chuckled at that. Um but it has tone
That
issues.
wasn't
Like
supposed to be funny though.
I
That's
I
the thing.
I know, but like it has tone issues, because then there's like the
Yeah,
very first monologue where she's like, I'm a lioness or whatever, and it's
yeah,
like, no, you're fucking not. Like, she's a parasite, dude.
yeah. No, that's that. Yeah, but you don't, as an evil person, you're not gonna see yourself that way.
I know, and I think that, but I think those monologues drive tone issues. Like, I think the audience gets confused.
Mm.
You're like, what? Like,
No,
is she
yeah,
sociopath? She's literally a sociopath. And then that's where it
you're
brings
totally
me
right.
back to Gone Girl, right? That's where I'm like, okay, she's
Mm.
literally just the Gone Girl character.
Yep.
And in the movie doesn't, I don't think the writing and stuff, they don't recognize what they're doing to their movie when they do stuff like that. I'm all for her being a lioness and a powerful character, right? But she's a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
parasite, and
Mm.
no one would ever, I feel like, in their right mind would want to like support the things that she does, because it's very predatorial. um
Okay, so
that's my
going off
fucking
of
rant
that,
right there. Go off.
but going off of that, I think you may disagree, but like I I totally get what you're saying, but I still don't see her as, obviously she's evil, but I wasn't that disgusted with her because the movie didn't amp her up to 100. Like
Mm,
the the only scene they tried to do that was when she went to the head office guy
right.
in the medical facility
Yeah.
and was like, give her these drugs, this is her plan, and like basically torturing her.
Right.
But even that, it was like, yes, I sound like I'm promoting this. That's bad, but in the context of this movie, there could have been way worse,
Mm,
and they could have showed her way worse. And I just think they didn't focus on. I don't know. I think they relied too much on how good the actors were.
right.
A lot of the dialogue. This sounds really mean, and I'm not trying to tear it up, but like the dialogue wasn't that smart,
Mm,
and that bothered me. That kind of took me out of the movie because it's filmed pretty great.
mm-hmm.
The actors are great. The plot line is, to me personally, is kind of boring, but like I see where they were trying to go with it. But the dialogue, it was like you said, the tone issues. Like, yeah, it's trying to be this really smart, evil, whatever. I don't know what the word is for it, but movie, like not a heist movie, but that kind of thing where you have this really smart, rich main character that's doing these monologues.
Mm-hmm.
The dialogue should match that.
Yeah.
And it's
I
the
get what you're saying.
same. Okay. It's the same with um my other issue with the movie, which I think is why I'm like, I kind of don't like this movie, and also the villain. Like Peter Dinklage is a great actor, and I know we've seen what he could do on like I've only seen him on Game of Thrones, and like his monologues and how smart his characters can be. They didn't give him that opportunity in this movie. His villain, I was like, why are we scared of this villain?
No,
Honestly.
and he's super cartoony, and I think that's where like
Yeah,
I think that's where the comedy part of this genre of this movie, and again, another tone issue. It just
exactly.
that. But when you watch it, I don't know. Were you like, this sucks when you watched it, or were you kind of just still intrigued throughout? I felt like the
Yeah,
movie kept me in it though. Like, I felt like
yes.
I wanted to see how this was going to turn out. So,
Yeah, like the pacing was fine. The pacing was good. Yeah, I was never like, okay, I'm done with this movie. It
mhm,
did keep me watching,
mhm,
but it's just that little nitpick at the back of my mind, like, oh man, like this could have been so great. Or my issue with the ending is that I forget his character's name, but Peter Dinklage and then Rosamund Pike, when they have this like rivalry, obviously because she kidnapped his mom.
yeah,
but again, there was no in-depth look into why they hated each other so much beyond that. And like why they were, I don't know, you see these movies or these shows where, have you ever seen Killing Eve?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'm like, well, I'm watching the first season right now. There's two characters, one's the detective and one's the murderer. Spoiler alert. Um, Spoiling everything. Yeah, we need to say that at the beginning every time. But it's like there's this obsession there because of how smart the others are, and like, and but there's this like cat and mouse chase, and that's what they were trying to do here, but they didn't do it well, and there wasn't enough scenes between them to be like, oh yeah, I get why he would want to go into business with her at the end of this movie.
Yeah, and the problem that it has there, and I think this is script, right?
Yeah,
Is they try to do all that in the last third, and there's not enough time.
yep,
There's definitely not
absolutely,
enough
yeah,
time, and so the movie was. That's why I'm saying I think it like succeeds in the first like half, 2/3, or whatever,
yeah.
and it should have just carried on. Um,
Hmm.
and we can talk about the ending in a little bit, because there's some things there that you could have went, 100 ways basically,
Yeah.
the way that this movie ended, but um, no, I
Hmm.
I agree with you. I think the characters are so smart. Like her and Fran are Marla and Fran are like really smart parasites, right? Like they
Yeah, well,
really,
and they're a great duo. I
yeah,
like them together.
yeah. I like them
Like I
together.
love,
They're good
yeah,
villains, right? They're good. They know what they're doing, and they do it. Like not all the way legal, but most of it, right? But they know how to work the
well, and
system and that kind of
it
thing.
goes into that territory of like, are they're just doing what they got to do. They're not like killing anybody. They're not. It's it's wrong for sure, but it's like you're smart. You got to respect them. Like
Hmm.
they found a way to get money, and like everybody else in this life is just trying to get money.
No,
But
100%. And I think that's why I like that's why I liked the story. I was like, this is actually
yeah,
I thought for me, I thought it was kind of unique. I was like, this is different. We haven't seen this really. Like this is kind of a
yeah, true.
cool idea, right? And it is a real thing in real life. It's not like this is obviously
It's kind of
the
scary how
ethics.
easy it
Yeah.
looked.
Yeah, obviously the ethics are way different in real life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There might be the person out there that doesn't give a shit, right? But um so I think all that is good. It just she's so she's so bland and evil in that sense that it
Mhm.
makes it hard for you to like want to support them.
Yeah, and again, that's all she is.
Mhm.
So yeah, they're not giving us anything else. Like, oh, she was abused as a child or
Yeah,
whatever. Like
yeah.
she saw the horrors of what the nursing home can do to her mom. I don't know. And maybe that would get into cheesy territory, but I just needed something.
But you even get to the part where I'm like, okay, we're about to get there when Dinklage is
Oh,
gonna kill her, and
yeah.
she's like, well, I don't care. I'm not afraid to die. And it's like, so this character literally has nothing. Like we have no. The movie did everything in its
Mm,
power to not let us connect with her, like in any way, shape, or form.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's just like,
Well, okay.
okay, maybe I was hoping that would be her moment where she wakes up, right, and she's like, holy
Yeah.
fuck, like like what I'm doing is bad, or or not even that. Maybe she's still prideful in that, but maybe she's just like, holy, I don't want to die. Like,
Yeah. Well, that moment comes when she sees Fran beaten up. I think, but it's very brief.
yeah. But then even after
And
that,
yeah,
they go on and do their thing with Dinklage, and then
yeah,
and then it's like she relapses, right? Because then she goes
yeah,
back and she does this the Empire, uh,
yeah.
the whole white suit, freaking gelled hair look.
Westworld type. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it was. I was trying to come up with like,
yeah,
where does she look like she's
yeah,
from?
yeah,
Like Westworld or like Alien or some shit.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but that, Umbrella Corp vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
uh, yeah, I think she like relapses, and I don't know. I think the tone really hurts the movie, but at the
Yeah,
same time, when I watched it, I was like, this is actually like it's like interesting. It kept me in it. I was I was vibing with it a little bit, but um,
Yeah.
there's gonna be the corny things too. Like I'm not mad about like the whole she survives the car crash thing. Like that's in every movie. Come on, guys. We
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
we
yeah.
like
Like,
that's
yeah,
in
you're
like
gonna find that in Mission Impossible.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that there, I'm just kind of like, whatever, I let it slide because it's going to be there. Um,
Yeah.
but maybe people are a little more heated about it because they just really don't like her. And the movie
Mm.
didn't do anything. I mean, the movie literally made me root for Russian mob. So, like, Netflix did that. I guess you guys did that for me. But uh,
You're getting brainwashed. Government message.
um, yeah, I don't know. I just think they wrote her character a little too Gone Girl. Like she
Yeah, for
she
sure.
just if she had a little bit more empathy like towards the end, it made her more
But
human.
okay,
Like maybe
yeah,
we would like
more personality.
care for her, but does the movie want that? I don't know. What is your take? Do you think the movie even wants that, or do you just think they're literally like, no, villain protagonist, villain
Mm.
antagonist, um, good
Well,
girlfriend. I mean, you can't even say that Fran is a hero because she is all for it
right,
too. So it's like,
exactly. And she like feeds into it.
yeah,
But again, that's the issue is that if I can't really pinpoint a point to this movie because if the movie wanted it to be Dinklage versus Pike, oh,
hmm,
Dinklage wasn't a good enough villain in order to be on the level of Pike's character,
right,
Marla.
right, right,
And if they wanted it to be about, uh, I don't know, the anti-hero, yeah, the ending should have been like I don't know, she breaks up with Fran because you shouldn't be Fran. That was obviously the moment where she was like, I'm hurting the one I love
hmm,
doing this lifestyle. So I need to get her out of it. So if you wanted to go that anti-hero route, break up with Fran and then I don't know, the ending is she goes on her porch and the bag of fucking diamonds is there for her. You know what I mean? Like the town style. I don't fucking
yeah.
know what you want. Like
Tell dude. Yeah, I'm going to Florida.
like just drinking tea, smoking on his balcony. The fucking life, dude.
Oh my god.
But not to keep bringing up Gone Girl, but I think that's going to happen a lot, whatever. But that movie was great for a lot of reasons.
Hmm,
Obviously, you have the director, all that stuff.
hmm,
But the reason the dialogue, or not the dialogue, but the reason we feel for Rosamund's character in that movie is because she has an equal in Ben Affleck's character, where it's like
right.
they set them both up to like have skin in the game, kind of.
Yeah, and
Whereas
they
here,
yeah.
yeah, it's like no,
And we
like
talked about
Marla's
that
obviously
when we
better.
did the Gone Girl episode. Is like we were struggling with who to even support, right? Because they were
Yeah,
both equal.
exactly.
They were like literally even playing field.
Yeah, and they did have personality. Their
Hmm.
personality might have sucked, but they had personality. Um, well, okay, I don't want to like make you rethink the movie, but were are there any so okay, the scene where the lawyer comes in, the Peter Dinklage's lawyer,
Yep.
he was supposed to be funny, right? It was like a comical character.
Yeah.
That
Which
scene with him in Marla's office was supposed to be scary, and it was not.
yeah I
So there was not a moment in this movie where I was scared. Even when she was tied to the chair, I was like, I
and
I'm not scared.
but they write her and they make it worse for themselves, right? Because it's like she's like, you just met me, like, and
You're
then
right.
he pulls out his pictures of her mom or whatever, and she's like, well, I don't give a shit, and they
Oh shit, did I miss that? He brought up pictures of her life?
of her mom, like that the guys were watching her house, and she
Oh, wait,
literally,
her, her mom?
yeah, Rosamund Pike's mom.
It's not the old lady that we saw that she
No,
liquidated, right?
no,
What? Oh shit, I missed that. I totally
yeah,
missed
you
that.
missed it, and it was fucking dumb because she
Okay.
literally says, I don't give a shit about that psychotic bitch or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I did. I totally missed that. That's
And
why.
you're like, what? And then,
Well, yeah. What happened there?
nothing. That was it. And then again, like a misstep. Dinklage doesn't use Fran as
Mm.
leverage. Like she was literally getting beat up at that moment.
Right. Exactly.
That's where that movie. This is where the movie. I think when I'm thinking about it, this is where I get frustrated because it's like, she, what was she gonna say if she showed Fran? She's I don't
Well,
care about her because
well, yeah,
she
that's
literally.
where, she's gonna show in her face like, oh, okay, this is the one person I care about.
Yeah, and that would have been because I think the movie's trying to redeem her at the end and
Yeah.
make the audience want us to root for her, but it doesn't get there, and we've seen that in the past. We've seen movies do it
Mhm.
successfully where you don't like them in the beginning, and then
Yeah.
they come around, and this just does not do it. They wrote it
Mhm.
100%. Don't let the audience give a shit about her.
Well, yeah, and if they wanted us to do that, come on, you wouldn't have a whole scene with her standing in front of a wall of senior citizens that she's literally stealing from,
Right.
and agreeing to be a corporation and make however billions of dollars. I don't know what they were implying, but like
Hmm.
making a lot of money. You would not end it like that. Sure, you killed her, but you know, why?
Those are, and I'm going back to your lawyer scene. Like again, why is this movie even listed under comedy? Because they wrote him to be comedic, but then it was supposed to
Yep.
be threat. It it's just like you got to. I don't know. You can't. It's just written wrong. The tone is so wrong in many of
The
those
dialogue,
scenes.
yeah, dialogue and tone. The dialogue goes hand in hand with the tone, and you need to set it up and with that scene. So that whole threat happens, whatever. It's like, okay, you're gonna piss him off.
Hmm.
Jump cuts to a scene of him throwing a pot at the lawyer and the lawyer diving behind a fucking couch. Throwing his smoothie, like,
Throwing
oh,
his
is this my
coffee.
smoothie? Are
Yes,
you
I
serious?
don't know, dude. There's those moments that make me. I don't know. I kind of wanted to like this because I actually liked this. I feel like I liked the story. Like I thought it was actually interesting. That it was kind of unique. It's
Yeah,
different. It kind of it could have been a heist type movie, but
right.
it could have even been like, oh, she's connected to so and so, and they have like this big thing, and then it could have been real comedy where you know they're doing what they're doing, and
Hmm.
Jennifer Peterson, the old lady, is like connected to like I don't know, she's still maybe we'll say she's connected to the mob, but something rich, and then they like form like
Yeah.
a Suicide Squad team and like go like rob it. Like it could have been like funny in that sense, right? Um,
Or
and
yeah, like she goes undercover as a nurse in the home and like fucks with her.
yeah, like it could have been something like totally different in Dinklage's cartooniness, like as a character. Um, with those scenes would have fit more, but it doesn't
Yeah,
fit in what it was, and it's just that's where it struggles. And I think I'm more like not disappointed, but more like, damn, it could have. I don't know. I wanted it to be different in a way to where I
I
was like,
know.
this makes more sense. But she was honestly really brutal as a character, and I don't know. Maybe you didn't. You're saying you didn't see it as bad. Um,
I didn't. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not close to my grandparents. I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, if they
I
did
don't
that to your mom
know.
or dad, dude, what would you do?
Okay, yes. Yeah, I would be pissed. Obviously. I'm not trying to make me a fucking psychopath, but
Uh,
uh, I don't know.
but for like a viewing, I think this is a really good like fun movie to watch with friends. First off, um, I watched it with like all the roomies at home, so that was
Yeah,
fun, and it did keep me engaged. And I think the pacing is honestly good. Um,
yeah, it
like we
is.
said, the music is good, the colors are good, and I'm just like I don't know, man. I was kind of struggling. She's got a vape. She vapes a lot.
Oh, I was gonna. Yeah, I forgot. I was gonna bring that up. What do you price her vape stick at?
Her
How much
setup.
do one of those run?
I was joking about it like halfway through. I was like, dude, she needs to juice that up. Looking
I
dry.
knew you would.
Oh
But
my.
aren't those like really expensive? I remember like talking to you about those.
Yeah,
I don't know
those ones
why.
are dude, it's expensive. Everything's expensive.
But okay, why did they make that brings up an issue I kind of have that or a question that I have of like they have these like jump cut scenes kind of where she's working out and yeah, where she's working out, and then they show her vaping a lot. So it's like, okay, she does this, and then during the under when she was in that car underwater, I thought I was like, oh, okay, maybe they're building like she works out to be this strong female so that if she gets in situations like this, she can get out, or like her lungs are really bad. Like, what was the point behind those?
Yeah, was it
Am I just
literally
yeah?
was it
Am I just
literally
overreading it?
was it literally just for like the water scene? Like,
Exactly. Or like, but even in the water scene, it wasn't like she was struggling that much. It looked like she actually held her breath. I mean, longer than the fuck I would have. I couldn't kick a
oh,
window open.
anyone would have died. Even even Tom Cruise would have died, dude.
Nah, dude, we saw it. What Mission Impossible was it? This exact scene happened. He was in a submarine. I think he was in a submarine and he fucking got out.
No, for real. But it's yeah, I don't know what it is. It, those that's where I'm like I feel kind of weird about it because it's like those like scenes where she's like working out and like monologuing on it.
Uh-huh.
It's like I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. You're a fucking like you're a terrible person. Like you're not doing yeah, you built this hustle or whatever, which is like smart, right? But
Yeah.
you're literally preying on the weakest of the weak by using systems that are stronger than you, which would be the government. Like,
Oh,
which she's
okay.
manipulating the government to do her
Yeah.
basically her thing. So I'm just kind of like it's smart, but at the same time I can't support it. So I just don't care. I just she's working
Okay.
out. I'm like I don't care. I don't care.
That's another thing of okay, they want her to be this cold character, and
Mm-hmm.
sure she has Fran, whatever, she loves her. But the whole doctor, the female doctor,
Yeah.
and when she dies and she's like, "You don't fuck with my friends." It's like, "Oh, okay, so you actually have this soft spot for people killing your friends?" But I
Well, it
man,
seems very soft though.
the more I talk about this, I don't know, the more I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and then the whole assassin that I'm just like rambling now, but
Yeah.
the assassin that Dinklage hires, you she does important shit, but like it's not what you don't fucking see her. You see her for 2 minutes of the whole movie.
Yeah.
He makes a phone call to her like, I really need you. Like she's really important.
Yeah, like you're calling in the wolf or whatever.
Exactly. Oh, what the now I'm getting mad.
I'm making it worse for
Damn
myself
it.
as well too.
Fuck.
I don't know. It could have
Oh,
gone minis of different ways, but at the same, we spilled ass. We did. We we
no, we discussed ass.
we discussed ass. Yeah. How do you like the ending? I think I got a little. I was starting to get a little uncomfortable with time and pacing once they made Dinklage alive again. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, it obviously and it just goes, right at the end. But I'm like, what the fuck is gonna happen? And then, um, when she's next to him, right? I'm like, great, she's gonna be he's gonna be her ward.
Yep.
Um, and I thought it was gonna end there. It doesn't.
Nope.
And then they build this empire. What do you think about it?
I don't I don't like it.
How
I
would you have ended it?
I I think all of my endings are pretty cheesy. Like
The
I
town.
do yeah, right? I do like that she dies at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was talking about before, what bothers me is there are no grounds for them to get in a business deal together. Other than what he says like you're really smart and people like you, whatever. We don't know what business. Oh, well, I don't know. It's alluded to that he has a sex trafficking business because of the Polaroids. That's
Yeah.
fucking weird.
For
That's weird.
yeah.
But so we don't know what kind of business he runs. So it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, you can amplify her business, but what kind of business do you have? I don't know where you have the grounds to be coming in with like, and then you make him be so nonchalant about however many millions in diamonds. He's like, fuck the diamonds. It's like, okay, you really cared about them kind of up until now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really disagree with them getting into business together. I honestly would have been okay if the movie like ended with him waking up and then her at the side of his bed and like she smiles and the movie ends.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I thought was literally gonna happen. Or I
yeah.
thought she was gonna be like, I'm your guardian now," and then it was just gonna end.
And then the music, like meow, you know, like you could fucking see it.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, the tone didn't allow that to happen. Like if it had ended the way that way with what we talked about, it would have been like, oh, well, okay, fucking whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because the tone leading up to it was like, well, not doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have been okay with that. I would have been, yeah, no, I really don't know how to end it because you have to kind of pick pick a route for your movie at the beginning. So the more we've talked about it right now, I'm like, okay, yeah, it could have been what, like a Wolf on Wall Street type of movie, comedy but smart,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you see that character, or it could have been like a funny heist like Ocean's 11. It kind of had that feel.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was saying. Like it could have turned into that. Like
Exactly, but
yeah, she does.
yeah,
She does that, but then she's like, let's take it a step further and let's actually rob these people. And then it would be like
yeah,
comedic in that sense. It's like, are you kidding? She's gonna,
yeah,
and then you can have the fucking lawyers and stuff, and it would have been funny. I don't know. What else?
yeah.
I
And then
mean, you could add another.
yeah, like we talked about how I get the music, but there's also, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but I don't want to say vibe, but I will say vibe. There were some vibes of the movie that reminded me of Drive.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it could have been the colors.
Similar
It could have been,
colors.
yeah, similar like stoic characters a little bit. I don't know, but yeah, the vibes were all over the place with this movie. The more I talk about it,
Yeah, the more we talk about it, I'm not liking it.
rolling the cuffs up,
I'm already sweating, bro.
unbutton the neck.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a little partial on the ending. Like I think first off, it does subvert an expectation pretty well. I feel like if we're
Yeah.
talking about like trying to be unique and do something different, I wasn't seeing it coming. I was not seeing that coming. Um, Second, Dinklage like throwing off the diamonds is fine because he knows he's gonna make it back, tenfold, whatever. Um, but you're right. Like he's gonna just be. He was 100% like a ghost investor because he
Mm.
can't be the face, right? Of the
Oh
company.
yeah, yeah.
He
That's
can't.
right.
So I don't think she's worried about that. She just wants to use him as for capital, essentially. Give me the funds and I'll do it, all the work
See,
type thing.
those are the parts of movies that I don't understand. When you say investors and capital, I'm out. I don't understand. This is why I need you to explain all that shit.
Basically, he's just gonna be in the background. He'll make his money, but all he's bringing forth is money. He's not bringing like business expertise. He's not bringing anything, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
And he was like, I'll set up the offshore accounts because like he probably does that in his sex
Yeah,
trafficking business.
yeah,
So or I don't even know if it was sex trafficking. It could have been drug trafficking because they said they were meals. So but one leads
yeah. That
into
was
the other,
weird.
so it doesn't. It's a gateway
Yeah,
drug. Okay.
it's weird. Just
it's
a
a
weird
it's a
illusion for a
gateway
movie.
career into sex trafficking. Okay.
Good God.
Um, but so he wasn't gonna be like anywhere like near the media or anything like that. So I think that kind of was like okay, but um, then they do this empire thing and then she dies. And I don't know. I'm kind of like good. the way that
Yeah,
it happened, like I'm fine with it. But I didn't see it coming, and I give it props for that. I didn't see it coming at all because you're right. They didn't have any like. I would have saw it coming maybe if they had more like interactions where he's like,
right.
damn, she's always beating me, or she's a good businesswoman, and then she's like, oh, he's doing this, but they never had that. It was just you know one moment in the fucking quarry and
Exactly.
and she says she hates her mom and whatever.
And okay, also he's making his henchmen do everything for him. So why is he scary? Like we need it. I wanted to honestly I would have taken a scene with him popping kneecaps. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, there was nothing to
Yeah,
set him up like that. And again, in a comedic movie, it probably you do that, but he does it terribly, right? And so
yeah,
it's funny. But in this, we don't even get we don't even get him chopping fingers off or hands or
exactly.
ripping teeth out, nothing. So it's like, okay, cool, yeah.
They try to make him they want him to eat donuts as a quirk
Exactly.
to be
That's what I'm saying.
quirky. Yeah,
It's all tone, dude. It's all
yeah,
writing
it
tone.
is.
It really throws it off. Um,
It is.
what was I gonna say about? Oh, speaking of fucking teeth, like that whole moment with her tooth, wipe that out of the movie.
Oh
Delete it out
yeah.
of the movie. Delete it.
What the fuck?
Then go on Netflix, re-upload the film, delete that scene. Like this is
Did
pointless as fuck.
did
It's
I
so
did I
pointless.
miss
What is the reason for it?
that Denzel Washington meme where he slaps the table?
Malcolm X, dude, that's fucking
Welcome
weird.
back, welcome back.
I'm like, what is that point? She
Did
goes,
I miss something in the beginning where she talks about her teeth?
no,
Are you okay? Yeah, like she doesn't go to a dentist in the beginning, or she really cares about her.
no,
And it's a back tooth, so it's not like she cares about her appearance. It was a back tooth.
exact. It's so out of
Yeah,
left field.
yeah.
Like the milk
Good tip to
thing.
know though to put it in milk to save calcium on your teeth. You know,
Yeah, the milk thing
I didn't know that.
was like funny, right? Again, another thing that was like, okay, that's why it's comedy, but um, yeah, I was like, this whole moment just like she calls the dentist at 2 a.m. and goes, whose dentist is up at 2 a.m. and is able to go, like, what is
That
happening?
like
What is
black market
happening?
dentist, dude.
They literally have
Exactly.
they literally have that scene, and it leads into
Yep.
into Fran saying, "I know you have a plan," where they could have
Yep.
been montaging the fucking plan instead of doing a tooth revival. Like what?
For a back molar that no one gives a shit about.
They literally could have
Dude.
saved that time for Fran to be like, "You got a plan, don't you?" And then it does like epic or fun music, and they're planning, they're getting the
Yeah.
tasers, they're getting all the shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
no,
yeah, like a funny where they go up to a cashier and they both have glasses on and they get like the
yeah,
weapons and
yeah,
the cashier looks at them like, "What the fuck do you need these for?" And
yeah.
they smile at him.
But instead, we have tooth surgery.
Why aren't we
I
hired?
don't see
No
anyone
check.
talking about that in their reviews, and that shit's fucking
No,
point.
it's
That should have never made a cut. I would have been like, "What are we watching? What happened?" And I don't know.
yeah.
It
I
makes
just
me
imagine.
question. It makes me question. Like, was there a different script to this? Like, were these
Yeah,
scenes
yeah.
filmed, and was there like more comedy, and it was just totally different tone? Like, I don't
Or
know.
yeah, did we just film some scenes for the trailer to have a trailer out?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
is that all we did?
And I honestly
Oh,
thought the bad reviews, because Rotten Tomatoes get the 36%, dude, like
and
on the audience,
low.
and I thought maybe the bad reviews are coming from the trailer because I never saw the trailer for the film, so I went and watched it,
Mm.
and it's blasted with
Uh-huh.
quotes. I'm quoting
Uh-huh.
quotes of articles, hilariously funny, outrageously hilarious, and I'm like, what? They're
Fuck.
advertising it as a fucking as what? Hubby Halloween was funnier than this, dude.
Hobby, dude, Hubie.
Drop the mic, dude.
Dude, you sound like Malcolm from Malcolm and Marie right now. You're on one of his rants.
All right, this whole episode was a rant, and everyone's gonna be like
I know.
surprised with my score because I don't think I'm gonna. It sounds like I've given this shit a 5, but um, we'll see. We'll see.
I know. Yeah, we'll see.
I'm kind of like talking to the, and I think I ruined it for myself because I started reading reviews and I was like, damn,
Oh,
this
yeah.
shit doesn't make sense. They're so right. I was like, this doesn't make sense. And I can't really give it like props. Um, in it really is just struggling in tone and writing like that. I think that's
Yep,
it.
that's important.
And you're right. I mean, it's filmed great. It's got good colors. It's got good music and that kind of stuff. But other than that, it's just like, and I actually kind of like some of the stuff. Like, okay, him making the crash look organic, and they shove
Oh
alcohol
yeah,
down her,
yeah.
and like that's more elaborate. Usually, the movie just kind of like does things, right? The villains
Okay,
just do things.
that's because that's mafia movie shit. You're not making a mafia movie.
You're
You
right,
wanted
though.
to.
You're right. They're smart, and again, you're going back on your thing. Like they're smart. Like they're
Yeah.
smart characters, smart mafia. I saw some people saying like, "Oh, well, the real mafia would have just blown her brains out," and it's like, okay, like whatever. I know that this shit's gonna happen. The movie's got to make the moment for that, but the
Yeah.
way they do it, if the characters look smart, they do smart things, like putting alcohol in her system and like doing that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, like okay, that's cool,
Yeah.
but
I love that it's 2021 and people are like, well, the mafia is more psychological. They take a little more
right.
psychological route. They really care about how they torture people instead of just sending them. It's not about sending a message anymore. It's about decoding your brain
Yep.
before you
Literally.
die.
Read me the Winter Soldier quotes.
Yeah. Dude,
What are they? What are they called?
they literally said words.
No, dude, they're words, dude.
No, they just activated Bucky by words. Am I wrong?
17 daybreak.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, but it's got to be in a certain
March Katova.
string, bro. Certain string.
What do you mean?
It's got to be in a certain order so it activates him.
Oh, save for the show, dude. Save for the show review. Falcon and Winter Soldier coming up in March.
Yeah,
Jesus.
maybe we'll get some actual content. All right, well, that's all I freaking have on this. I think if I keep going, I'm just gonna go in circles.
I know. Seriously.
It sounded like I shit on it, but I think maybe because I shit on it more because it was like kind of like enjoyable to watch at the start. But if you watch this movie and you just turn your brain off, it might be enjoyable. And then
Yeah.
don't like think about it or like watch anything about it after. And then you'll be like,
Just be desensitized to good movies at this point.
so
There are no good movies in quarantine.
yeah. And then maybe on top of that, maybe we changed some of your minds. Maybe y'all came in like me saying, "Oh, it
Oh.
was good. I can't wait for Film Crawl to talk it up." And then you're like, "Wait, this shit don't make sense." You're right. But
Dude, I'm telling you, we're good. We're underappreciated.
it's that wonderful moment. Shots we
Love it.
love.
Oof. Do you have one? I don't.
I don't, and I'm only I'm going to say one unique thing was the moment with, and this is mine, was with
Okay.
the lawyer and her
Okay.
conversation. I like the camera work and the cinematography there. I did
Okay.
find the one shot was really weird though, where it was like dead center of him, and then it was like portrait mode. He was
Uh-huh.
he was 100% focused. Everything was blurred.
Oh, yeah.
That part was really interesting, and I was like, "Where's this movie going? Am I seeing the world through her eyes? Like, what am
Uh-huh.
I seeing?" So I kind of like that scene, and that's the only thing I can think of. So that's my shot.
Yeah. I I think this movie wants us to pick the underwater scene where it's flashing. Like
Don't
her because
fucking pick it.
she's running out of I'm not picking
Don't
it.
pick it.
Or she's running out of again, it's too obvious. So yeah, I don't want to pick that. You could have picked a better, smarter way for me to be like, "Oh yeah, she's running out of breath." Um uh I okay, this sounds man, I sound so petty, but I like the house, the old lady's house when they like drive up to it. It's a really fucking pretty house.
Dude,
It's
pretty house, huh? Cute
it's
app.
a
What
really
about it?
good color blue. It's like that's why I think I was so attracted to the colors, the outfits, but also the
The
house.
house,
Like
yeah,
it
yeah.
was really nice. Yeah,
The
so
grass was green.
dude, it was nice. So yeah, that's it. That's mine.
Well, now shot score. 0 being the best movie we've ever seen. 5 out of 5 being blacked out drunk. I'm gonna let you take it first, bro.
Dude. Okay, I came in wanting to give it a 2. Talking about it though, I gotta give it a 3.
Shit,
I'm
dude.
not in. I'm not. I don't know. I guess it's just not my thing. Again, like smart movies, I'll be the first to admit it. They kind of go over my head sometimes. But maybe that's why I don't like it is because it was
Yeah.
supposed to be smart, but I actually understood it. So I'm like, well,
You're like, $3,
you
take
you
it or leave
you had me in the first half. Not gonna lie.
it. The movie did though.
Yep.
All
So
right.
yeah, I'm gonna stick with that 3.
I'm with you 100%. I'm giving it a 3, buzzed,
Okay.
because I was coming in. I was actually leaning. I was between 1 and 2, bro.
Whew, shit. Okay.
But
Yeah.
then my score degraded fast the moment I started reading about how, because I was like, I was confusing myself. I was like, is she an anti-hero and stuff? And then when I started reading
Yep.
that, I was like, damn, none of this make no sense. So,
Nope.
um, yeah, I'm giving it a 3, buzzed. Nicole gave it a 3, buzzed. I think it's still fun watch. It's Netflix, it's quarantine. You got nothing else to do, guys. Just
Black Bear Productions. Give
black
them a follow.
crimpleback, whatever they're called. So you give me never heard of
Up and coming.
never heard of either of them, but let's hope that they.
A24 who?
Yeah,
Whatever.
where's A24 at? Okay.
Yeah.
But that's it for the episode, guys. That's all we have.
Phew.
We want to hear your thoughts on this because we put a poll out on Instagram. Um, which Rosamund would you pick?
Who?
Gone
Yeah, who
Girl
won?
or I Care a Lot? And Gone Girl smacked with a 79 and 21. Is that just because she's a better actor or a better character in that, or you just like that movie more? We want to hear your guys' opinions on that. So make sure to comment on our Instagram and follow us Facebook, on Twitter, and YouTube. Like and subscribe, guys. Um,
Yep.
that's it, man. Do you have anything else before we hit the road? You want a donut?
Dude, a Claire. Yeah, honestly, it did make me crave a fucking donut. I'm not gonna lie. I'll give it that.
Dude, we had some. We had some. I got up off the couch. I was like, I'm gonna go get this.
Those business donuts, dude.
Gonna hit
Those
that.
those in office donuts hit different, bro. When you walk into
Oh
office and there's
my god. Yeah, there's donuts and coffee, bro. You're just. Whoo.
I'm not clocking in until my donut's done, dude.
It's gonna be a good day, y'all.
Fuck.
And then 12 o'clock comes around and you're dead because you ate like shit. Literally no brain food, just fucking.
Your day only started at 10 a.m. By noon, you're dead already.
Brain is crippled from sugar rush. Oh my god.
I'm triggered.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll be back next Tuesday. There's some stuff coming out, as Nicole alluded to. So,
Hey.
and we got to finish up our WandaVision.
Ooh.
So that
I
is
got
coming.
feelings.
So make sure you guys are
I
up
got
to date on
feelings.
all those Disney shows, and follow us so you know what's coming out next. So
Yep.
we will talk to you next Tuesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye bye.
Bye.